What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about Sundial Growers, ticker symbol SNDL. We recently got Sundial Growers Q4 2020 earnings report, and the market is taking this very positively. We can see that the stock was up about 2% throughout the day. We did see some bullishness after Jerome Powell's remarks, and then after hours, once these numbers were released, Sundial Growers rocketed up an additional 9%. So we're going to go over all of the information that we have out right now. Now, at the current time that I'm recording this video, the conference call has not happened yet, so I will be doing another video on Sundial Growers later, going over exactly what the CEO says throughout the conference call and giving my analysis on what he says. So before we get into all of the information, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button and hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. Now, if you would like to earn 2 free stocks with Webull valued up to $1,850, all you have to do is go down and click on that link in my description or in the pinned comment, sign up for a brokerage account, deposit over $100, and you will get your 2 free stocks. Now, after that, you can do whatever you would like with that money. So it is basically free money just for signing up. So let's get into some of these earnings numbers and explain exactly why the market is taking this so bullishly and where I see Sundial Growers going in the future. So coming over here, we can see that Sundial Growers reported a Q4 net loss of about 64.14 million Canadian dollars, a revenue of 13.58 million Canadian dollars, a 5.3% quarter-over-quarter growth, but they missed by about 0.3 million. Now, this was either the analyst expectations or the actual company's guidance that they came out and missed. So they had an adjusted EBITDA loss of 5.6 million. Now, here's where it gets important. The company sold 23,500 kilogram equivalents of cannabis in 2020, a 36% increase over the previous year's sales of 17,293 kilogram equivalents. So that is very good news that we are seeing some growth out of Sundial Growers. The branded net cannabis sales increased to 75% of total cannabis sales in 2020, up from 20% in the previous year, representing 55.3 million Canadian dollars of sales, up from 13.4 million of sales in 2019. That is a very substantial increase, which is part of the reason why Sundial Growers is rocketing so much in the after hours period at the time that I am recording this video. So let's get into some of the other key highlights that were released as well. So coming over here, we can see that they completed financial restructuring and eliminated 227 million aggregate principal amount of debt during 2020. That is very bullish. If they can eliminate their debt, a lot more investors are going to find Sundial Growers more attractive as an investment. Now, we've also seen that they have eliminated some employees, which has kind of decreased their capital expenditures, which we're going to go over a little bit later in this article. Now, they had 60.4 million Canadian dollars in unrestricted cash on hand at December 31st, 2020, and 719 million on hand at March 15th, 2021. That is a massive increase, and it's going to be very interesting to see what they plan on doing with these funds going forward. So the gross revenue increased by 10% in 2020 compared to the prior year, and we already went over this branded net cannabis sales. So the net cannabis revenue we also covered, and the general and administrative costs were reduced by 18% in 2020 as a result of cost reduction initiatives to 32 million compared to 38.9 million in the previous year. This was what I was speaking about in my last Sundial Growers video, where this could be seen as very bullish or very bearish. So them eliminating employees could signal to some investors that they are not expanding their business. And they also talked about decreasing their sales and marketing expenses, which I don't really agree with. I think they should be ramping up their sales and marketing expenses, but at the current time, there still may not be a large enough market for them to get into, so they might be holding off on spending so much money on sales and marketing until they feel like that marketing is going to yield them a very high return. Now, here's what a lot of people are going to find interesting. So they committed $58.9 million in the fourth quarter of 2020 and a further $31.5 million subsequent to year end in strategic cannabis-related portfolio investments. This is exactly what we've been talking about with their private equity investment and their Indiva investment to get their hand into the edibles market. This is very bullish for the long term, in my opinion. So generated realized investment income and fees subsequent to year end of $9.3 million. We are going to see this number substantially increase if Sundial Growers continuously enters into these types of investment agreements. Now, along with their already existing business, this investment part of their business is going to massively increase their valuation long term once we find out more details about these strategic investments that they have entered into. So we actually have some comments from the CEO, Zach George. We entered our second year of commercial operations, facing a number of internal and external challenges, including operational difficulties, excessive leverage, inadequate cost control, a lack of focus on our core value proposition, and rapidly evolving industry conditions. In response, we redefined our strategy and made material changes to position Sundial for improved performance. Very bullish. So we successfully restructured the entire organization by repaying all outstanding debt. That is probably one of the most important reasons and why Sundial Growers is rocketing up in the after hours trading period when I am recording this video. So improving our operating practices, targeting a sustainable cost structure, and a simplified business model. Sundial also curtailed production and reduced the size of our workforce in response to market demand. Now, again, this reduction in workforce could be bullish or bearish. If they are able to accomplish the same thing, the same amount of work and expansion with less employees, yes, that is extremely bullish. They're acting more efficiently as a company, but some people could interpret that as they are just laying off people and they are not expanding. In my opinion, I think they are becoming more efficient, and once they kind of get their business model going, as we saw, this is only their second year of commercial operations, we are going to see Sundial Growers massively increase their employees. So Sundial also curtailed production and reduced the size of our workforce. We have raised significant capital, made a number of profitable investments, very important, and continue to evaluate a robust pipeline of strategic opportunities. Now, in my opinion, that means that they are looking at some possible acquisitions. We've seen a lot of cash on their balance sheet, and they are going to need to deploy that. As you saw in my last Sundial Growers video, it does not cost Sundial very much to operate their business. With the amount of cash that they have on hand, they could operate for 10, 15, even 20 years. Now, it's going to be very interesting to see where they deploy that capital. And by the time you guys are seeing this video, we are going to see some of the comments from the CEO during the conference call. And I am hopeful that we will see some sort of indication on where these funds are going to be deployed and talking about where they have already been deployed. Moving on, while our financial strength has improved materially, we still have significant work to do in our core operations to achieve the goals we have established for Sundial and our shareholders. Sundial's last 2 quarters have been negatively impacted by the complete repositioning of our cultivation operations as we focused on data-driven best practices to drive quality and potency results that meet evolving consumer preferences. So what this statement shows me is that Sundial Growers is doing everything that they can to position themselves the absolute best that they could possibly be in the market despite the current market conditions. While we are currently seeing many of our Canadian peers move away from cultivation partially or entirely due to their inability to deliver consistent cultivation outcomes, Sundial has renewed its commitment to cultivation in our modular indoor facility and views this core competency as an opportunity for differentiation going forward. We are confident that the adjustments made to our cultivation and processing activities better enable us to delight our consumers and customers in the coming years. So coming back over to the chart of Sundial Growers, the vast majority of everything that we saw in this earnings report was very bullish, and that is why Sundial Growers is reacting so positively in the after hours trading period. Now, we still have a long way to go with Sundial Growers, and the main reason why a lot of people are so bullish is the amount of potential that these types of companies have. We are seeing some legislation work in the United States on federal decriminalization, and if that happens, these cannabis stocks are going to go crazy because their opportunity for more revenue and the absolute size of the market for these cannabis products is going to substantially increase. So that is going to be it for this update on Sundial Growers. Again, if you guys would like to earn 2 free stocks with Webull, which which is the brokerage that you guys see on my screen in all of my videos. Make sure you go down and click on that link in my description or in the pinned comment. All you have to do is sign up for a brokerage account, deposit over $100, and you receive your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. And if you guys enjoyed the information I provided for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. It costs you nothing to do it, and it means a whole lot in helping me get this information out to as many people as possible. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So I hope you guys are having a really profitable day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.